What's up, guys? Rob from Japanese Gaming here, bringing another episode of Victoria 2 here in the lands of Gran Colombia. Last episode, we were fighting our Great War, and I have made an executive decision that we are going to peace out of this war. I don't think we could add any war goals that would be worth doing. And I also don't think they would give us any more war goals anyway. Like, if you wanted to acquire... Is Florida not a state? There it is. Like Florida, for example. Right? Yeah, we had a war goal, you know. And we check with Germany. He's like, oh, he would give us Florida. Well, you know what? Damn it. I think that's plenty funny as it is. Let's do it. We have reclaimed some former Spanish land from the US. I did that as a joke. It was just like, oh, just add 3 war score. Haha. They did it. And we have acquired more of Spain. Holy hell, man. Wow. What a war. That was probably not worth it. If we're being honest. But you know what? Our economy. God, our economy, man. We'll just try to rebuild these factories, man. Albania wants an alliance. I'm gonna say no. Only just because right now, I don't want to fight any wars. I cannot. Our allies were so fucking useless during that war. Like, unbelievably worthless to us in like almost every way. We're just gonna split our boys up so they don't attrit to death. Like, the British didn't do shit. Liberia wants an alliance? Aren't you a US colony? Huh. Anyway, our economy is recovering a little bit here. Yeah, that sucked. That, like, nuked our industry score pretty bad. From Colombia, Argentina declared war on Paraguay. I have no interest in that. Like, are they independent? Yeah, they are a completely independent nation. Huh. They have cores on the US. Interesting. Again, I'm gonna say no though. I need to just consolidate down our alliances right now. And yes, we're going to keep the army funded for a little bit just so they can recover in case of another war popping off. We want to full heal our army and our navy for now. And we need to redistribute our armies appropriately. Oh boy, what an expensive war, man. We went bankrupt during that war. Let's kick all of this stuff back up. We don't need 100% admin. We can spend like 70%, I think. We'll give good minimum wage. We are still liberal, that's fine. This army we're going to send home. Actually, no, we have enough units at home. We're going to send this army to China. And we'll send some of it to Korea. And I think that's most of our armies kind of dealt with there. We'll just delete this guy. He's just using up a general that we don't need him to be using. You know what, Portugal? I will take an alliance with you because can we sphere Portugal? We can certainly try. Seems like a lot of people are trying. Oh, Italy. Oh, Soviet Union. Yeah, our allies got absolutely wrecked in that war. We'll need to heal our fleet up too. It didn't do any fighting. Unfortunately, there was like no naval combat to be had during that war, but we'll just take half of these guys, so we'll send them over to Korea. We didn't get to use our cool navy because there was no naval combat. The US just walked through the USCA. Alright, so most of our armies have been redistributed. Not really much of a point to expand a naval base at this point, but nah. That might be the last kind of big war we get into. We're at near the infamy limit, basically. Egypt wants an alliance. No. We might go to war against the US at some point. Maybe, like one last war. So you know what, Mexico? I will take an alliance with you for now. You motherfucker, you better not call me into that war. I'm not joining. Paraguay. Germany annexed Austria. God, Germany is so scary. Oh yeah, can we get our lines back? Please. Negative relations. Yeah, we're gonna have to get relations up with Germany. Oh man. That's why I really didn't want to go to war against him. You guys are still attriting, so we'll send some of you guys over to like here. Actually, you guys can go sit in Panama City. Portugal. Yeah, we gotta burn all of our Diplo. Getting things back with Germany. Scandinavia keeps trying to liberate northern Finland, and he just keeps getting wrecked. Even though the Soviets don't have an army, who is he losing to? Okay, our economy is looking good again. Let's just temporarily fund the Navy. We're up to second in the world in prestige. Probably from all those great war capitulations we got. Yeah, we'll fund the Navy so that they heal. Yeah, it sucks that we had to burn all those relations with Germany. And we didn't really get much out of it, but you know what? That's just the way it goes in this game sometimes. We probably could have ran that war up to 100% war score by just simply sitting on the... No, French, sure. By simply sitting on the time over ticking war score provinces, but it wasn't worth it. I don't think, like, our economy was just actually in the tank. There was just nothing left. All of our factories were shutting down. It just was not worth it, I don't think. Portugal is friendly. Yeah, we're working on Paraguay again. Speaking of. So there we go. The sphere is back together. Look at that. Look at this. We're fully funding everything, and we're still making stupid amounts of money. Haiti has rebels. That's unfortunate. Germany sought war with Japan and Manchu. For what? Chinese restoration of order to the Manchu provinces. Okay. Yeah, Mexico's getting wrecked in a war against the U.S. again. Surprise, surprise. Yeah. Good job, Mexico. You almost had him that time. Alright, our Navy is fully healed. Looks like most of our army is fully healed, so we can stop funding them. I just don't like having damaged units in case of a war breaking out, you know? We can even afford to lower taxes a bit. We'll let the capitalists run wild. I've done like 80% on both. We're making so much bank. Oh, from reparations, that's why. Yeah. Great war reps. Oh. They turned it around. Good for you, Scandinavia. So now Scandinavia is only fighting the Netherlands and France. And they haven't even added the war goal to not have Scandinavia take over Northern Finland. So Scandinavia gets Northern Finland. I thought Tunis is still independent. Wasn't this Spanish? I thought this was Spanish. I could be wrong. Yeah, you can move troops to my land, Manchu. That's fine. I have no issue with that. No. You were absolutely useless to me in that war, Soviet Union. I have no interest in being friends with you. I'll just disband all these random... I'm gonna say yes to German military access because it might help him like us a little bit more. Look at all these factories we're building. Beautiful. Our industry is recovering. We should be able to repair our relationship with old Germany here. Just might take a while. All right, bam. Welcome to the sphere, Portugal. Fascists. Black shirts. We did briefly consider going fascist in this campaign, but the liberal parties that we've had in power have been good for us, so there really was no reason to. Hungary big, Austria dead, Switzerland dead. You know, we're getting there. We are indeed getting there. Well, Scandinavia got cut down to size. What are you gonna do? I don't really care about forts in Africa. Oh. Manchuria is dead. Let's expand the forts here at home. Especially if we're going to be potentially going to war against the US again one final time. We will want forts at home for certain. Learned that lesson, that's for sure. You know what, Colombia? I will, just because it would be funny. Haiti dealt with his rebels. Argentina wants to go communist. You know what? You have at it, man. Yeah, there is about 14 years left in the game. I'm thinking we try to just burn infamy and potentially get one final big hurrah, one final big war. Scandinavia wants an alliance. No. And the Soviet Union wants an alliance. No. Your so-called alliance almost lost me my war, Soviet Union, so no, I am not interested. Portugal declared war on Zanzibar. Just expanding his interests elsewhere, I guess. We can build more navy. You know, build me more steam transports, actually. Okay, we don't need that many. And then just build me more battleships. Build more army. Yeah, I'll go through and queue this up. We'll run this to the end of 1923, where we'll have 13 years left. Or 1922, we'll have 13 years left in the game. And I will queue up all of our army building. You know, I'm just gonna go ahead and expand all these factories myself. So much construction. It's nice having money again, isn't it? Yeah, we had no money there for a very long time. That war was not good. Humiliate Paraguay. Okay. Damn, China big. Maybe we should be improving relations, although we can never form an alliance because we own their cores. So actually, yeah, there's no point. Germany, on the other hand, might take an alliance at some point. All right, so we're in 1923 here. We ended our war. We're making a lot of money off of war reps at this point. I'm going to go ahead and queue up all the army construction. And I think we're just simply going to sit at peace for a while until we can potentially get into one final Great War or one final regular war. You know, maybe we go to war against the US, maybe we go to war against Spain. I'm not really sure. But that's what is kind of the plan here. We only got 13 more years left. We're sitting pretty at number 6. We were up to number like 4, I think, at one point. But our industry score got wrecked by being sieged. So that's going to take a while to recover. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys again next time.